Tonight, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Trey Lance and the San Francisco 49ers.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide open offense, and we'll see if he can keep a string of good games going right here.
Herbert to throw right away. Dixon complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Herbert off of play action. Completes it to Dixon. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
A look at the numbers for Harrison last week's game. 15 carries, 55 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more out.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks with career touchdown number 70. And the Snowhawks put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at the 34. To throw, it's Lance. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Throwing again on second down. Herbert, he finds his man, complete. That's Dixon. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here's Herbert. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Lance now on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 23 carries, 94 yards, and a score.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And now, oh boy, this is a bit of a surprise, to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay, throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Harris running straight ahead. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. It's brought in by Harris. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner 1st.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Man open. That's Deebo Samuel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
From the gun, it's Lance. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Lance to throw it. He's got this, complete to Williams. Touchdown, 49ers. Jamison Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Portland's offense now about set to take over. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On first down, Justin Herbert working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here, Herbert. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Throwing on first down is Lance. And this is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And Lance now to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And Lance going to throw. Going to be driven down. Javon Kinlaw coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. 7-7, our score after one. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Portland's offense now about set to take over. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. On first down, it's Herbert. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Dixon. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 45 on second down, Herbert. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. From the 41, Herbert. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Cooks on the quick slant. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. To throw again on second down. Herbert forced out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Again, Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So on 4th down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure and trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. After the turnover, here's Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. 2nd and 2. On the draw, it's Harris. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And it's caught. Touchdown. Gerald Everett, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point forthcoming. It's good to make it 17-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance steps away to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Lance looking to throw it. Flushed out right. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Lance. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Lance. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Lance, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Let's go. 33. Kill him.
Throwing now is Lance. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. The kick by Bass is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Herbert now. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. That's Dixon. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Herbert back to the air. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Lance now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Boy stays up. Fighting this, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Looking to throw. Lance. And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Daniel Bellinger in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. This one taken just inside the 10. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where you see the final score there. The Dolphins with a much-needed win to keep their season afloat.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Lance. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 yards, first down Niners. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On second down, there's the option going left. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down. Working from the gun, Lance. Buying time to his left. That pass caught, it's Williams. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Lance. He's got it. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Lance. And he holds it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 3 yards out. And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he coughed it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this third quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, they can get away from pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Lance. Daniel Bellinger, the intended target that time. And now it's third down. Operating from the gun. Lance. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. He hit his first. Now this from 43. The kick by Bass is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive...
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now it's Herbert. Flushed out right. Dixon, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Now a first down carry for Harris. The tackle there by the safety, Xavier McKinney. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. This is Harris on the draw. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 56 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. To him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Touchdown! Marquise Goodwin from 13 yards out. And the Snowhawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. To throw, it's Lance. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they've got it. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. To try here for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Lance. Open man is Samuel. Complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have a Niners first down as good running gets him to about the 44. Lance now on first down. Got his man. It's Williams. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Lance escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Second down, here's Davis Price. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Lance. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Looking to throw. Lance. This is caught. And he's brought down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Throwing again on second down. Herbert looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And incomplete on the deep ball. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Herbert throwing again. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Michael Dana showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up 4th. Here's Tressway now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
To try again after the sack. Lance over the middle, caught by Bellinger. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Lance to throw on third and 1. Another pass complete to Bellinger. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on third and 1. Here's Lance to throw it. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Lance looks to throw again. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Lance now to throw. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On play action, Lance. Now he'll escape to his right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10. And Lance going to throw. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Drops it off for Coleman. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. A quick throw, but incomplete. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. They'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. From a yard out. And the Niners add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Portland's offense now about set to take over. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. It's the sackmaster, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good. But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And this one also slow and developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. The kick by Bass is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, You never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage. And he loses the football a second time. But fortunately, another offensive player quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He's still on his feet. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for San Francisco, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
today. From the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. As Seattle's offense comes onto the field, we'll see a 10-year veteran under center, guy who broke into the league as a starter back in 2013, Geno Smith.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get them going. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll run it again with Penny. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. A look at the numbers from Penny last week. 17 carries, 101 yards.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now Geno on 1st down. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. From the red zone now, Smith. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. To the air again, Smith. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Demario Davis came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. On the draw, this is Penny. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming. Throwing now is Geno. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the second-year man from The Ohio State University, Justin Fields. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he goes out right around the 39. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. The former ASU Sun Devil, Eno Benjamin with it. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On first down, Fields on the slant, complete to Michael Thomas. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. Now a first down throw, Fields. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Now Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Fields. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Will Lutz on for the point after. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. They keep it with Penny on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Back to throw, Smith. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now Geno. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
2nd down and 3. The Saints at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd and 6. Fields. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. Kamara up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Fields. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on third down, Fields. Flush to it, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. So this defense, they gave up some yards on this drive, but bottom line, they came up with a sack when it mattered.
And we know that every down counts, but let's be honest about it. People focus on third down as a real key down in any drive, any situation. And they took full advantage of third down there and made a play.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Well, let's gaze our attention as the offense takes the field on Rashad Penny. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Coming up in prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket, beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Raiders and Chiefs from Arrowhead in the AFC West. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Penny up the middle. 51 yards on the ground for him so far. And this offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He gets it left side to Johnson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Now it's Fields. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And that is incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. On 2nd and 9, Smith. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Penny, a 1st down carry. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Second and 5 now. Smith. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off of play action. Here's Smith. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. On 1st and 10, Smith. Short throw to Disley. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Here's Smith. That's caught by Marquez Callaway. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. From the 22, Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Geno now to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a two-touchdown game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here are the Saints to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. The drive will start with an option going left. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. Now they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of him.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Smith now to throw. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And Fields going to have the 1st down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Fields. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. A give. This is Kamara. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From just shy of midfield, Fields. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So a tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
Kamara with a carry on first down, but this defense on him in a hurry, and he'll wind up losing a couple.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 12, Fields. They'll set up the screen for Eno Benjamin. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Fields. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him. We've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Again, it's Penny. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run this with Homer. And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42. On 1st down, it's Smith. He's going to get this one complete here to Cobb. It's a big play there for Seattle. 43 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. This will be caught just inside the 10. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Here's Smith. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Seahawks are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Penny is in. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Fields. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And a big turning point here in the 2nd half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. But how about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will make this a 4-point game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this 3rd quarter, and that was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes some time to build up good momentum, great play calling, excellent execution, and then like a blink of an eye, you're losing the game. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it, and they've got a plan. Now can they put it into practice?
The lead gone, now the search to find it again. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Fields. And Fields going to have the 1st down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. Taken down at the 42. 2nd down and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 41-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10. Fields. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run it with Benjamin. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Fields now to throw. His pass caught at the 4. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Back to throw. Fields. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints answered back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's polished off through the air with a touchdown to Alvin Kamara. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And he stopped immediately there. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Smith. He'll get this out wide to Penny. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Kamara. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. To throw on 3rd down. Fields. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down. Operating from the gun. Fields eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Out of the gun, Fields. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. On 1st down, it's Fields. And that is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw is Fields. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. To the air again, Fields. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. The kick by Lutz is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Smith on first down. Short throw to Disley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Smith. Short throw to Disley. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Smith getting the ball to Anderson here on the out route. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Smith throwing again. Open man is Anderson. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. From the 50, it's Smith. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Robbie Anderson, 50 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Fields. It's complete right side to Benjamin. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On the run is Benjamin. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. Back to throw. Fields. Flushed out right. Nifty move. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Here we go on 4th down. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Meanwhile, Fields' throw taken in by Landry. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This is Benjamin. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Fields. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. On the ground, Benjamin. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Saints, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Rams. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. But Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket and they were able to throw it for the first down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry,
who's one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
On first down, Watson. It's caught, Cooper. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 4th down. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles, 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness, go pick it up.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message, hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Throwing again on second down. Watson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. Here's Watson. That's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A little costly there. You wipe out the first down. You also move further back.
No doubt about it. So you went from moving the sticks to them staying in the same spot, except for that one guy carrying the yard marker. He moves back farther.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Harrison Bryant, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. And the Rams at 6-2 to start play. And they come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 39, Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. Stafford to his #1 guy, Kupp, for a Los Angeles first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
From the red zone now, Stafford setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
To throw again on second down, Stafford, and he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. Now they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Browns drive about to get started. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they're on a 1st or 2nd seed come playoff time.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 50 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. On first down, it's Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Bryant. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson, and that is taken in by Njoku. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Harrison Bryant, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Browns have taken the lead. Not a bad start for him. 2 drives for the offense, 2 rushing TDs.
Almost like he's in the percussion section in the band, isn't it? Got a little oomph, right? Got a little crash, got a little bang. He's got it all as he gets to the end zone. 2nd rushing touchdown, as you noted, on 2 drives. He's off to a terrific start.
Okay, you ready? Wait for it. But set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Stafford now to throw. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
To the air again, Stafford. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
An inside give to Jones. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Aaron Jones in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Rams have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. This is Jakeem Grant. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this will be recovered by the offense, but it will be of little importance now as time has expired here in this 1st half. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The 2nd half starts with a carry by Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns will take over possession here up at the 44. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a 2nd half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Watson now to throw. And he's got his receiver, Cooper.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And this will be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku.
And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them.
Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver, because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns.
York able to send this one through, and they take a 17-14 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Across the middle, he finds Robinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 33. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Now Jones. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Jones again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
off to their big tight end. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. They'll run it with Jones. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the result, instead of the chip shot to tie, they turn the ball over on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Watson. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Watson on 1st down. This is the tight end, Njoku. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
And he takes it all the way down to the 3. 118 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runner.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Harrison Bryant with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Browns go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. York on now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. From the 29, Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Stafford completes it to Robinson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Throwing is Stafford. Escape and a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Dancing to his left. And he's going to go down again. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Third and long. It's Stafford. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Browns, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.